Hey everybody, it's Dad the Red, and welcome back to Salting the Earth. Right then, last we left off, we had a bit of a spicy moment, a bit of a juicy encounter, where, Durong was trying to warn Rue, well, away from Edda, seemingly, only for Edda to interrupt and, well, quite clearly place her claim on Rue. And then everyone played musical chairs and started moving as far away from the epicenter of that disaster as possible because no one wanted to get involved in that sort of situation. I'm very interested to see how this is going to continue. Right, just skip that. Edda's eyes are on me every time I look at her, even when I'm not the one leading the conversation. Oh, alright. I don't make it a habit to change into my civvies during breaks, but Edda has been insistent on keeping my uniform strictly inside the kitchen. Yeah, Ipsies. Come to think of it, this many buttons, a kitchen uniform would be fun to strip off someone. The places your mind goes. Oh, all the places your mind will go. I shake them off in my head. Focus, Rue. Yeah. Must be nice to be so. Must be nice to be so pretty. Uh-oh. Huh? How'd you get them to fight over you? A cook stomps me and sends them out of the changing booth. Oh, I thought she was overhearing something. Not, you know, someone directly talking to her. If I hadn't known any better, I would have assumed she was doing a pop-up sale in this changing room with her full display of cosmetic items on the top of the bench. Well? Oh. One woman peeks out of the change room's door and quickly closes it. Edda's waiting outside. They were not fighting over me? Durong was there to discourage me from seeing Edda, and in a way, that was what happened. I can picture the exact scenario if I fell into a love triangle with the two of them. Is that an option, though? Is that a route? God, that would be, I can only imagine the drama. Like, Jesus Christ. That was an embarrassing thought. As if. Not the game taunting itself because that is a potential route. I don't know. Our head chef versus the warfare prodigy? A TV drama of that concept would be crazy popular. I'd watch it. Prodigy? You didn't know? I thought you two live in the same room. Of course I didn't know. Durong isn't a big talker. Lately you've only been greeting each other in passing when I get back to my room. She constantly outperforms for seniors in combat. It's true. Durong exceeded our expectations for someone of her upbringing. Daughter of Landys and all. Another kitchen staff. Her parents own land? Feels like I know nothing at all about Durong. With the exception of industrial and residential areas, before the war, the Empire owned most of the land. Private landowners are few and far in between. Hence, they were the envy of the poorer classes. The Imperials distributed these lands to the local nobles in each town who would screen and rent them out to the commoners at a fixed price point. However, nobles of money could buy the land outright and rent them out at a higher price. This was arguably one reason that sparked the revolution. The chef herself built the retro diner empire in Annam, right? Having either of them, you'll be set for life. Can't say I knew any of that. I don't think I had to hang out with Edda for her money. Oh! Chef! What's taking you so long? Perfect timing, let's go. Just save me from this, please. This awkwardness. Ellipses. We didn't say anything. Where'd the music go? Okay then. We make your way to the nearby elevator with Edda shadowing my footsteps. 5th floor. She comments before I could ask my question. Just before my fingers touch the elevator's control panel, Edda reaches over to me to press the up button. An amused smirk is blooming in Edda's lips and I look up at her. She doesn't move away. With her standing so close to me, I can feel the warmth radiating from her body. Edda? I'm not a jealous person, Rue. You sure about that? But I never imagined needing to fend off so many unwelcome suitors. She chuckles, clearly amused. Oh, right, there was that one thing with Sakan. Having second thoughts? No, but you said I was yours back at lunch. My woman, she said. She claimed me in front of Durong and many others who were listening in. And that bothered you? I don't know. I can't tell if I hated it. No, I liked it. A lot. Are you mine too then? Quite unfair of you to ask while your answer is, I don't know, yes? You're right. Ask me that later when your answer changes. Ellipses. We stay in silence while I right up to her floor. Her steady breathing alone drowns out the surrounding sounds. I find it hard to focus on anything else. Etta plays the hem of my cardigan, testing out the texture of the tips of her fingers. Eventually, they grow bold enough to dig into my lower back, only to be stopped with the thin cloth of my dress. Not until a sharp hiss is drawn from my lips does she withdraw her hand with a soft chuckle. Okay. The layout of this floor isn't different from mine. The single rooms are at the end of the hallway. Etta ignores a few greetings on our way, her hand nudging my back when I make short stops not at the residence. 502. 504. The 501st. Etta's room is the one before the large staircase. It's just as plain as any of the others, yet it fills me with boiling excitement. She slowly fishes out a keycard from her pocket. Any preferences I need to know? Preferences? Oh! To be fair, I haven't had many opportunities to try different things. Although I am sure anything sensible could be fun with a good partner. Well then, I like to be on top. Is that so? I'll try to keep that in mind. Try. Oop, beep. With a small beep, the door clicks open. Come on in. Etta waits for me to get in first before she follows. So far, quaint. Books. And a plate. Is that a... No, that's one of those little, I forget the name. Yeah. The thing, you take the ball, you swing it, that one goes out, and that one goes... Yeah, oh, jeez. Yeah, it's a little thing. You swing the one ball, it hits it, the reverberation, the energy goes through to the last one, and it swings out, and it just... Such a fucking failure. Her room is smaller than ours, decorated with minimal amounts of props. It has a floral smell of fragrant spray and not much else. My eyes are drawn to the sinister painting. Oh. Oh, that's a painting. I thought that was like maybe weird like reflections, like light or something, but oh. Okay, weird. It reminds me of the one in Mgon's room. Oh yeah! I forgot about that. Do Red Oregons like this type of art? The door is closed behind us. When I turn back to Etta, she's slipping her long cardigan down to the floor. Be still, my heart. You're so beautiful, my dear. Without giving me a second to orientate myself, she presses me against the door and kisses me. Yeah, okay. She heaves a sigh when her lips touch, so gently squishing together at first. No teeth, no tongue, just our dark lips sliding against each other with languid movements. A promise of more things to come. Her hands are all over mine, all over me from my sides to my throat. They slide under my cardigan and pull it down to my elbows, allowing Etta access to more of my skin. A large hand cups the entirety of my right breast and kneads it, a little harder and longer with each lapse, but not to the point of hurting. Pleased with the short moans drawn from my lips, her hot tongue prods for an entrance into my mouth. Each needy stroke fills my mouth with a heady taste, dazing me into a thick fog of delirium. Will you hold on tight? Why? Shame on me for stuttering a reply while Etta's tone still maintains the annoying composure. I cannot retain a disappointed groan when she pulls away from our kiss. But then she slumps down to her knees. Her action stokes my feverish fire. That's an angle. Heat settles below my belly. I lift my legs one by one, helping Etta slide my hindering underwear off my bottom half. As soon as my skirt is rolled at my hips, I already feel undone. My legs wrap themselves around Etta's shoulders when she props me up with her incredible strength. God damn! Etta's tongue is hot and skillful with an untamed furor. She's relentless with both her mouth and dexterous fingers, teasing and giving until my vision turns white. We spend some leisure time in each other's arms until she requests us both to leave for our shift. I need a drink. Okay. Did my voice just... God damn it. So much for trying to maintain a professional... Nothing about what I do is professional. Why would I even try to put up that pretense? God damn it. Wow, okay, yeah. I can't help but replay the scene over and over, heart thumping in the cage of my chest. Our impassioned kiss, her breathless gasps, the way I was consumed by her desire. I let out a long sigh. She was a generous lover, sweet and gentle. She even cuddled me for the appropriate amount of time. I placed a hand on my left chest, trying to still my heartbeat. This is no longer a silly crush, is it? And Etta, you can't shoot a girl that nice while feeling nothing for her, right? Another sigh. Why? What did you do? Uh-oh. Oren, please. I let out an appalled gasp. I haven't done anything. Whatever. I'm done. I looked to Sakan to find her shrugging. For some reason, I get grouped with these two a lot. Come to think of it, if I were to put my dessert together and clean up at the same time, I'll have to stay here until it's late. Sakan is still here. Forget it. Sakan already has so much on her plate. I don't like the idea of staying back late, especially for a request coming out of nowhere. The dessert was my idea. I should see it through myself. It is so me to forget my cocktail in the kitchen. It's been a hectic evening. Okay, yeah, Wait, did the other round... Huh, I don't remember. I do remember more or less this happening, I think. Where she forgot and has to go right in to get it. That sounds familiar. Since we don't have an early function tomorrow, I managed to convince Query to let me borrow the kitchen's key. Next time I doubt I'd be so lucky. Unlike many people, I've never associated danger with nighttime. Vidala is a regional town where people grew up together. We knew there was nothing to fear from your neighbors. That's a bit of a... that's a bit presumptuous, considering you never quite know what's going on in someone's head or their life that can conflate together, you know? I'm not saying to be paranoid. I'm not saying to suspect everyone of having a potentially bad side, but I'm saying that a degree of caution is never bad, you know? It's... Then again, it could be cultural, it could be, you know, something psychological to do with her species, nymphs, I don't know. And plus, nymphs possess superior vision in the dark. With our quick reflexes and an even quicker pair of legs, we could usually handle any surprises. I should have mixed my concoction in the smaller residential kitchen on my floor instead. What was I thinking? I would have asked one roommate to come along if I didn't plan this to be a nice surprise. Why do lively areas always give it a creepy vibe on empty nights? Yeah, but you know, in a weird way, I do actually... I probably commented on that before, but in a weird way, I actually kind of like that weird vibe. Going into a place that's normally very busy and it just being still, you know? That alien ambiance of it just not being right because it's not what you're familiar with. There's something that's strangely appealing about how off-putting that can be. How unsettling, how different. I don't know. It's just weird brain things. Perhaps it's a striking contrast between the two moods. I was going to say moods. The busy crowd versus the somber silence. Let's not stick around longer than I have to. Yes, let's. Not. Yeah. It didn't take long for my boiled fruit mixture to cool down. This is one perk of a commercial refrigerator. After the konjac, I think I looked this up last time. I think that actually is konjac, I think, actually. Right? Let me just type it quickie. Well, apparently either one works. Never mind. Fuck. Konjac mixture had thickened. But I'm going to say konjac because otherwise my mind's going to conflate with cognac. Had thickened, I shaved it into thin strands. Then it was a simple process of adding it all together. The fruits, the sauce, and the konjac. And my dessert was served to be ready. Ready to be served. Served to be ready? Pardon me? What the hell? Yeah, that. Ellipses. There's an unusual chill running down from my neck, like I'm being watched by a presence. Out of the corner of my eye, something white and gray kept looking inside the kitchen from the glass windows connecting to the mess hall. At first, I shrugged it off with my eyes playing tricks on me, with the presence becoming more obvious. Time seems to have taken down its guard. Oh! I shoved the double door open with a bang as soon as I see a glimpse of it. A flapping sound of the wind, and there it is, a white shadow jumping up toward the second floor balcony. The presence is too fast for my eyes to follow. It stops for a split second to look at me before moving to the direction of the hallway. My heart rate quickens when its eyes fall on mine. Hey! Come back! Come back! Ow! In my hurry, I trip over a bench like an amateur. I should have anticipated his movements. When I look up, it's no longer there. Figures. My eyes pick up a distant door opening from outside the hallway. My common sense finally kicks in. There are a few dozen ways things could have turned out sour for me. Why did I even go after an unknown presence? If this were a horror movie, I'd be the first to die. I quickly wash everything before heading back to my room. At the back of my mind, the scenario keeps playing over and over like a broken video. My foot taps on the floor as the door is slowly pulled together, and the car rumbles as it ascends upward. The brightly lit elevator boxes me inside its four ominous walls. It feels like years before the elevator reaches its destination. My feet pick up the pace as soon as the elevator opens into a familiar corridor. Distracted by the encounter, I walk straight into a wall. Ow! Hey, you okay? What? I say eloquently. Durong! It wasn't a wall. It was Durong I bumped into. Her sturdy hands wrap around my shoulders until I'm able to stand on my feet. It feels like the worst of it is past. Even though we had a bit of a fight at lunch, Durong still feels so safe to be around. Look, you've seen a ghost. I did see a ghost in the mess hall. I was gonna catch it, but I tripped and fell. Did you hurt yourself? That's not the point, Durong. I said ghost. G-H-O-S-T. Actually, no, I'm not so sure what I saw. It was pale and gray, moving too quickly for me to catch its full view. You sure it wasn't a prank, guy? No? Didn't you tell me a ghost door when I first came here? This ghost can fly up the balcony and move straight into a door in the hallway. Door? What ghosts need to use doors? The Wanderers? Only the residents who first stayed here reported seeing them. I've never seen one myself. They have names. Although, just be careful, okay? If I'd known you were going downstairs, I would have gone with you. Is it dangerous night here? Not for me, but people can be weird. Yeah, exactly. My further point summed up very, very, very succinctly right there. People can be weird. There you go. I suppose if I were someone with the physical capabilities of Durong, not many things would faze me either. Obviously, having Durong with me would be much safer, but I have been relying on her too much. Why are you here, love? Didn't you go to the gym? Durong was supposed to be at the gym with Kai tonight. Judging by her shampoo scent, she had just showered and was making her way back. I went myself, so it didn't take that long. What? Wait, Kai wasn't with you? Come to think of it, Kai and I haven't been to the gym together ever since she's come back. Durong's one eyebrow perks up before she finishes her sentence. What do you have in your hands? Oh, this? This is for you all. I have my container with a sense of pride. It somehow survived the ordeal with no lasting emotional scars. Food always carries such an admirable mental fortitude all of us could learn from. Come inside, we can share this together. I read that way too fast. Hope you like it. They don't eat late snacks, but a small portion should be fine once in a while. I even replace sugar with honey. You should have the same flavor profile as our meals. The girls seem a little reluctant to try it out. To be honest, it makes me wonder if it was worth all the effort. It's kind of like it, though. Ha! So yeah, this is when Durong is packing up to leave on her operation. She hasn't left yet, but I miss Durong already. Query and Kai are both nice women, but Durong has always been supportive of me since the beginning. Reliable, kind, and darling. Appropriately tall, beautiful, and ripped. The perfect straight man to my jokes. It'd be so easy to fall for her. Instead, I'm obsessed with the tall, dark, and bewitching head chef of the pension to make me second-guess myself. She with sun-colored eyes, pushed-back hair, and a velvety voice dripping with allure. She who is becoming an addiction. That's a way to put it. I swing the door open and Query's right outside. Looking up at the clock tells me lunch time is approaching. My arms could use a much-needed rest from the hectic crowd of hungry residents. Must be busy at the market today because Eda hasn't come back, or else she'd be at a table waiting for me. She's been staying back for meals with the staff more often. Every time she'd goad me to sitting right beside her and leave just enough space to feel her warmth, but not her touch. All the things I say become the topic of the table when I'm basking in her shadow. On the downside, whenever Eda is off on her weekly shopping trips, I find myself wondering if I still belong in the same seat. My stop at Query's table where Durong is sitting. Without a moment of hesitation, they wave me over and I comply. You know what? I think I'll call this episode right here. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I will see you next time.